Lily, watch out.
Started as an excuse to get to warmer weather in the winter has spawned decades of competition and tradition, and today, once again, these two will square off to find out who will take home the coveted jeweled shillelagh. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the USC Trojans, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
Thank you. I didn't even know I was on the floor.
Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, running back gets to give. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Complete to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Runs through the tackle. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Now improvising. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for first and goal.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The play action fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And a really short game before. It's a whole bunch of company from the defense.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening drive.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Back has it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot. And obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Here's the handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Hauls it in.
5, block somebody.
With that play to the 42-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, it's James.
Love you, Mama.
Long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant if your guy is...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rodney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted this, same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is a point in television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Power football with the run. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Connection to the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And on 3rd down, they find a way to get the ball to the back end space and move the chain.
And that's a play the defender would like to have back. They like to think that they can cover running backs on these types of angle routes, but they're just not good enough on the coverage. And that allowed the offense to convert that 3rd down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Blackman. Smashes ahead. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Trojans look to keep this drive humming. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off.
There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
I'll be up there in a minute.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Trojans need to pick it up on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. They stop him.
There you go, defense. Try to stand up.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run it. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, my gosh. How do you drop that throw? My guy is wide open. That had 6 written all over it.
On third down, he drops the throw. Might be looking to run. Trying to make magic with his feet. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got it.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
So now it's second and long. They'll give it to the back. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Walker to throw. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's going to let it go. Another incompletion on third down.
I like the execution by this defense. Nice job, situational football, right? Like understanding where the sticks are. You probably know they're going to pass the football on this down. Great job breaking on the football when the quarterback throws it and forcing the incompletion.
Hauls it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top.
Come on, go for the pick.
Going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The screen, and watch out. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the 1st down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th
down. I need to fuck the quarterback play.
I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares about...
Breaks into the open.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball. I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Quarterback moving. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
That's a big-time completion. And, guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback
looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. They're trailing by 10 to Liberty. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
Yeah, and that's tough, man. Golly, you got him wide open. And that cat can roll. You're not talking about a guy that's an average runner on the outside. You got to give him a little bit of a chance to run underneath that, put a little more air underneath it, but he just overshoots the rim.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier's going to remember that.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jordan. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Russell. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time.
Oh, my.
It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for once.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Russell. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Russell. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, USC.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball.
Oh, my God. Stop doing that dumb shit.
He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. He's got it down the right side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the direct snap, it's Russell. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels. He's finally out of bounds. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you can really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have...
Turning it on! Shakes off the defender. They stop him at the 42, but they get him across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He'll pull it down. Able to get just a few.
Oh, how many guys are going to get hurt? Holy shit.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
He works his way to the 35-yard line, but that's not enough to move the chains, and now a decision to be made on fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Looking downfield on first down. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Wants to fire on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you've seen this forward work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Walker will fire. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's got it. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Got a man. It's Jordan. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Trojans have a lot of options on second and inches. Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Grab near the sticks. It's Russell. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Quick handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Pocket breaking down. Caught in the backfield, it's Russell. Smashes.
Why you couldn't even see that fucking guy?
Close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Trojans didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Zings it complete to the right. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Walker to throw. can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Buying some time. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And because of these last two plays, they really are putting their offensive coordinator in a tight position. There's not a lot of calls for 3rd and long. After taking a sack on 2nd down, now it's screen or draw. You're just getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly and see if you can make a guy miss, go get a 1st down. But you got to give credit to the defense. Really nice job winning early in the possession, now setting up this 3rd and California situation.
The Irish send out the punt unit. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll go to the ground.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's it, fly. Complete to the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Sends it back in motion. Using his legs, it's Wormley. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. No good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Walker will fire. There's the pressure. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw.
Bro, fuck, that's my 2nd string guy's hurt now.
On that last play, and we'll take a
fuck.
break to check him out.
Who's the quarterback now? Who the fuck is... Oh my god, this is...
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it out fast. That's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
Well, the running back really lucky. He jumped on his own fumble.
Fuck is Dickens? Alright, fuck it. Rolling with Dickens.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success.
Trying to get behind the defense. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
On the ground, it's Wormley. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Oh, 3rd string quarterback.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
At what?
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Trojans! A great catch and run for 6. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Offense changing the play. Walker to throw. Finds his man. It's James. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Makes the catch. Finds a little space. Wide open on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Using his legs to buy some time. He's got the tight end. And they're able to make the tackle. Notre Dame right back to the line. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Second down coming up. They'll run play action. Breaks into the open. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Walker will fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Here we go. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pressure coming. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Rush is on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Hike the fucking ball. It's not letting me hike the ball. Oh my God.
They call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Going for 6. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Walker to throw. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. 16 seconds left, and to pull off the comeback, they'll have to get the onside kick. Not much drive through anxiety. They're waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Tommy Trojan rides with a sword on his belt and a George Shillelagh at his side after knocking off the Fighting Irish. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.